Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very special webinar on the Pillai Center 200% Life Coaching Program. We are joined here today by Dr. Bhaskaran Pillai, the creator of the program, and Sandy Dasgupta, one of the lead trainers of the course. Today, we're going to tell you about the 200% Life Training Program and how you can apply. But first, sorry about that. After 4 decades of teaching and developing programs, we'd like to ask Dr. Pillai why now is the time that he chose to release this training program. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Pillai.
First of all, I didn't choose this time. And it happens, and that's the truth. And that's how I live my life. And that's what everybody should live their life, because if you live in the current moment and not retrieving from your memory brain, there won't be any orientation. All orientations are based on memory. If we get beyond memory, what is available is infinity. But we all live and want to associate ourselves with finitude or finite matter. And that is the problem. You don't have to go to school, college, or anywhere to live in this moment. For instance, if I were to teach this webinar, half an hour later, I would be, not even half an hour later, a few minutes later, I would do it differently. If I am facing a different direction, then my brain will work differently. For instance, if I face this direction of north, then I will have the material brain, the prosperity brain will be active. If I face towards the south, I will have knowledge of the soul, God, higher states of consciousness. There are 16 directions which will affect your brain in 16 different ways. So this is the knowledge that is not new. It has been there always. Not just only in India, but in ancient traditions. And unfortunately, we somehow like to live a limited life. And it is very difficult for us to move out of that limitation. And this program is going to be new in the sense that I will be involved, although I won't be teaching this course, I will be helping people to teach this course, because I'm at a point in my life that you should live the femtosecond, the attosecond, or the yuktosecond, and live quantum tunneling, which is to be at different places at the same time. Now, I was watching a show yesterday, how to be at the same place at the same time, different places. It's possible. Our enzymes are doing that. This is a quantum biologist talking about it. You can do all that provided if you live in the now, you live without any orientation. Even the enzymes are doing within your body. So that is what I am personally interested in, and I'm doing my own research on that. And so I would make that all available as we go along and, and teach the people who are involved delivering this message. Okay. So why I am teaching this after 40 years, I did not wait for 40 years and that doesn't mean anything to me. That's why when people talk to me, I don't understand most of the time what is in their mind. Because whenever someone speaks, they don't think properly. One thing that's very, very important if you want to benefit from this program is you should know how to ask questions. The answer is going to depend on the questions that you ask. Okay. You can ask a million questions, but then if you ask the question so intelligently, then you will see your revelation. You will understand, even in the process of training your mind, how to ask a question. What am I here trying to ask? What is the purpose of it? Asking this question. What I mean by each word that I use? So if you become so alert and conscious, then you will be successful in every aspect of your life. It is all a matter of making your brain, making your genes. I'll tell you something. 2 days ago, I was watching the gardener bringing his children. They were 8 and 9 years old. My God, this guy is making his children to become gardeners. Now, there's nothing wrong to be a gardener. Okay. In the first place, his genes created these children. So that is a limitation. The genes themselves are not intelligent genes. And they are not the genes of the royalty, the British royalty, or any royalty for that matter. The royalty in the Muslim world. They have no restrictions whatsoever. The king rules the entire land, the banks, everything. Why? The genes play a role. So can we change the genes? Yes. So that's going to be one of the things that we will be. Not that I'm going to be involved in gene editing, because that's not illegal, although some other countries are doing that. You can change how the genes work, how certain genes are limited and certain genes are unlimited, and how you can change them through understanding time and space. Okay. You can change it. It doesn't take a long time to change your genes. So genetic change is very important. But the problem is we don't even understand that. Many people know, if you ask them, can you define what is a gene? I don't know. It's part of your DNA. And what is DNA? It's part of your Nucleotides, what are the nucleotides? You do not know what the nucleotides are. If you know the nitrogenous base, which is very important, or the five carbons or the phosphate. These are necessary for people to know. And we started, we have to change our educational system. At least it's not available even if you go to college. Okay. So to go back to the gardener's son, and he is exposed to that and genetically he is conditioned, then the father teaches what he knows. What he knows is gardening, and he will become a gardener. So when is he going to see any delimitation? It is wrong. So everyone should ask your own limitations. And then, but don't blame it on the chromosomes from the mother or the father. There's no point in blaming anybody. So what you should do is to only blame yourself, but not learning properly. I have given a syllabus and I have given them what to do. There's a lot of things that I do not know. But the Sunny, the guy who is teaching, has been my student for 20 years, and then he has understood my teaching, one of the guys who have understood my teaching well. And so he's trained in bioinformatics and then as an engineer, and then he has also came here to this country and then got an MBA. So I told him to teach that, and other people who are Harvard MBAs and others, because all these areas I do not know. About being successful in the business world in a limited way. Not that I adore them or anything. They are limited in their own way, but limitation is also required. So that limited knowledge has its own value. So I did not decide to do this. The universe, the intelligence, the God in me wanted to do that. A lot of things going wrong. Pakistan lost the ruler, and Sri Lanka lost the ruler, and then they resigned. And so Ukraine and Russia have problems. There are problems everywhere. It's going to escalate. It is a time that we need different knowledge, and that will help you to be successful both spiritually and materially. Now all our focus is on material knowledge, material existence. We have completely forgotten the spirit. The spirit is timeless. The spirit is unlimited. The spirit is the Holy Spirit. That is what Jesus decided to give to the world in his incarnation as the Son of God. There is no point in teaching people anything, because these are fishermen. They can't understand anything. But they can do miracles. They can do miracles. We don't need any education. But that education comes from the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit. He said, I am going to go and give you the Holy Spirit on a Pentecostal day. That's why this new program of Mystery School I decided to do on the Pentecostal day, when the Holy Spirit descended on the earth plane, and very humble people without much, intellect or learning began to do miracles. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a lot of things, both materially and spiritually. I won't be, as I said, involved, but the content, I will look at the content and then give permission and refine them and then give it to them to deliver to you. I don't want to blah, blah, as I said, that you have to go beyond time, beyond space. And if you live that, take it to heart and define God as time and space, you have become successful already. That's the last message I have to share with you. And then there was another question somebody asked. What do I have to say about the Maharishi effect? And some of you know that I studied with the Maharishi. He was my first formal teacher. But what is meant by the Maharishi effect is, if people get together and meditate, they will be able to change the environment. True. But there is one difference between what the Maharishi believed and then what I believe. He said that he studied it only with reference to his meditation, transcendental meditation, which he uses mantras. There are a lot of other meditations. They are useful too. Okay. Other than that, I have no issues with the fact that you can meditate and then get better personally and also help the world also. It can be any meditation from any religious tradition or non-religious tradition. It doesn't matter. You have to be beyond the mind and live in the now. And that alone will do a lot to influence the atmosphere. The one best thing that the Maharishi did was the study that he did in DC to bring down the crime rate significantly through the practice of transcendental meditation and the city program. That's possible, but we don't want to divide across party lines or religious lines or philosophical lines. And they are all powerful, most of them. They were given to us by people who were sent by God or the universe. So the one last point is the program is going to be mostly spiritual, 60%, and 40% practical. And then I have people who have worked on programs from Wharton School and Harvard School for Business and other Ivy League schools. So they will also share their practical knowledge. And my knowledge comes from the Spirit. That's all I wanted to say to you about this program. God bless.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Dr. Pillai. So, as you heard from Dr. Pillai, there are a few key points of why this program was created, how to become alert, conscious, and be able to become successful in your life due to that. He also mentioned the importance of asking questions. And as a coach, that is something that is also becoming very important to you when you're dealing with your clients and asking them in a way that provides information that you can support them. So I'll be joined in just one moment by Sunny Dasgupta. Dr. Pillai already introduced him as someone who's been studying with Dr. Pillai for many years, over 20 years now. And he and I are going to talk about why this program, what this program is, and answer all of your questions. So first, why was this program created? Dr. Pillai talked to us about how this is the time it just came upon him. He was chosen to do this. And honestly, I've been in conversation with Dr. Pillai for over 10 years, probably 15 years, about him wanting to have this program be created. Why are we creating this program? So that you have an opportunity to take the teachings that Dr. Pillai has put into the world and incorporate them into your life that is in a way that helping you significantly, and then helping you to coach people where you'll be able to support their transformation. So using these divine teachings to help yourself and then be able to support others. And in the meantime, the coaching business is something that has become more and more popular, bigger industry as years go by. Dr. Pillai mentioned how this is a critical time period in the world and that we need a different knowledge. And Dr. Pillai's knowledge is that different knowledge. It is the wisdom that is lacking that can help support so many people make transformation in their life. So as Dr. Pillai said, it'll be spiritual and practical, and the 200% aspect of spiritual and material. We will teach you these key concepts so that you can apply them in a coaching business. So we'll get to all your questions. What if I'm not a coach, et cetera, after that, after we talk about a few more key points here. But I'd like to welcome Sunny. Welcome, Sunny, to the program. Thank you for being here. So Dr. Pillai gave you a beautiful introduction. I know that you've also served his company as Chief Knowledge and Innovation Officers, and you have been trained by him personally for so many years. Tell us how you got started in coaching, because it wasn't just something you decided to take on, right? So tell us your story.
Yeah, well, thank you, for inviting me today. It's so interesting that we get to finally launch this program, because for a few years we have been looking at, helping other people become torchbearer for this knowledge. So I got my start in 2015, March or April. And I received a surprise phone call from Dr. Pillai, and he asked me, he said that, you should start coaching people. And I was very afraid of that concept because I didn't feel that I can really coach people or help people solve their problems. He said, but he convinced me, he said, no, you know the teachings and you have the blessings, so you should, go ahead and coach people. So I said, okay, so he convinced me. And then, so the whole day I was preparing myself mentally for this, new work that I would do. And it so happened that the next day morning, I got a call from Dr. Pillai, and he said to me, Sunny, why don't you hold off on the coaching for now? Right. And that is when I thought, oh my God, maybe he realized I'm not the right person to be a coach. And he said, then he explained why he said that. He said, I don't want you to be like those fake teachers who go around telling other people to be in the now, to be in the present, but they themselves are not in the now. So you have to first prove that you can get into the now, and then only you qualify to go and teach others. And I thought, well, I can't do that. How can I get into the now? He said, no, you can. And I really didn't believe that I could get in. And then, this is Dr. Pillai, who is a master of being in the now, who is a master of timelessness. So, right. So he said, no, you can. What do I need to do? He said, meditate for extended hours of time. And I asked him, can I do the, Patanjali Yoga Sutra technique to go into Samadhi? Can I practice that? He said, yeah, do it. So the first day I meditated for extended amount of time. The next day I was meditating till 2 a.m. At night, in the morning. And then what happened was at 2 a.m., I hit ground zero. Everything disappeared. I was awake. There was the most unusual experience of my life. And everything disappeared, but I was fully there as a consciousness. So I wouldn't say I woke up, I came out of that state and it was 2 a.m. And I thought, okay, I need to check with Dr. Pillai if this is really the now. I didn't know if that is the now. So I waited till the morning, I called him. And he asked me, I said, I had experience, I'm not sure if it's the now, if you can help me. He asked me like 10, 11, 12 questions to verify my experience.
Mm-hmm.
What did I, and he said, okay, now you can go and teach others. I remember calling up a best friend of mine. I said, I always admired and respected Dr. Pillai, but today my respect for him went up 1,000 times because here is an authentic, real teacher, and he put me to the test to prove it, that I prove myself before I can go and teach others.
Right. Fantastic story. So he basically qualified you for this role. And since then you've been coaching. So you have coached for 7 years now. And I think you were telling me before, the beauty of your relationship with Dr. Pillai is that when you started coaching, you were still a bit insecure about it and what to do, but then he gave you the opportunity to sit with him day after day and ask questions and basically receive all of this amazing wisdom that you were then able to apply in your coaching with your coaching clients, correct?
So I was still insecure, because in coaching, you are helping people solve their life problems. That's a big task. So, but I was very fortunate that so whenever a coaching client would ask me questions, difficult life situations that they're going through, and I wouldn't know how to, how to help them, what practices they should do, I would have the opportunity to every week, almost every third day, I would go to him and discuss with him each of my clients and what they're going through and what should I recommend. And this went on for about 3.5 years. And that was the best training of my life because I got for all, hundreds of situations, what should people do? And this knowledge you cannot find in any structured course till now, because this is Dr. Pillai himself coaching these people, right? I was just like a messenger. So, and it became my passion. I thought that all this knowledge that I received from him, one day I should pass it to other people, should not just stay with me. And that's why I'm very happy today that we have a program where I can pass on the training to other people and they can help a lot more people than me.
Yeah, that's really extraordinary. So with you as a resource, what we're all getting, folks, is basically hundreds of hours with Dr. Pillai that Sunny has in his head that are now being passed on into this program. So that's just incredible. I know when I asked you, like, did you record those sessions? You were like, no, it's here. So that's what we're doing. We're going to help extract that from Sunny now so that we can all have the benefit of knowing how to help people. Because basically it comes down to you were met with situations that you weren't sure how to deal with your clients, which is typical. And how do you answer those from the perspective of Dr. Pillai? Because it is different knowledge. What he just told us, it's not like the same type of content that you would say in a regular coaching program. And that's what we're going to get into a little bit of how this one is different. So for those of you who are interested in becoming a certified coach, how is this program different? Sunny, tell us a little bit about the key concepts that you've been working on in this course and how Dr. Pillai has been guiding you.
Sure. So, like Dr. Pillai mentioned today about the spirit, okay? So there is within us an intelligence which can be called the no mind or the non-mind intelligence, right? And this intelligence is basically a storehouse of creativity, a storehouse of creative energy and potential within us. So in ordinary coaching programs where you are helping the client, you are asking them questions, you are helping them come up, clarify their decision making, clarify their goals, and keeping them accountable to, what they have committed to do in their life and career. But in this program, we do all that. But in addition to that, you will be able to help the client or the person you're coaching to activate their creative potential, to bring out those qualities of intuition, those qualities of spontaneous decision making, those qualities of risk taking. Okay. And so you will be able to transform them at the most fundamental level. So once a person is transformed, they can then easily achieve their goals. So it's about empowering them and not just, becoming a support structure, but actually empowering them to be self-sufficient so that they can manifest the life they want.
Absolutely. And folks, the tracks that we have in this program are broken down into three basically segments. And as Sunny was saying, and Dr. Pillai wants us to really understand this unique knowledge of Dr. Pillai's teachings. But there are three components, and one is the very practical, traditional life coaching. So you will be taught how to ask the right questions to help guide your client on what's not working for them and how you can help them. That's your traditional life coaching curriculum. Then we have the unique teachings from Dr. Pillai, and that is it's the spiritual solutions, essentially, and how Dr. Pillai said 60% is going to be spiritual. It's the spiritual solutions. It's what's going on in the background that we don't know about, right? So the traditional life coaching is very cerebral. It's what we can try to understand at this moment in time, asking questions where the mind is responding. But Dr. Pillai's spiritual solution track of this program is about what we don't see, that different knowledge he talked about, how the genes are affecting us, how the ancestors are affecting us, how our subconscious mind can be changed through the use of the tools that he's giving, like mantras and different techniques that Sunny, more about. So that's what makes this unique. And then the third component of this program is we call them the success principles, right? The concepts that have been used by many successful people on how to create a successful life and business, essentially, right? Like key principles that you want to know about in your life that you can start applying. So that's the three tracks where the program really comes together and what makes it different than other coaching programs. So even if you're already a life coach, if you take this course, you will get the unique flavor of what Dr. Pillai brings to the table for the world, right? Like these unique teachings, and for those of you who experience them, you know what I'm talking about, how different it is, how you can go into a meditation with his empowerment like this, how you can evolve your spirit in a way that then produces results in your physical life. So those components, we're going to talk more about the details in next week's webinar. Like we'll go through the curriculum and all of that good stuff. For those of you who want to know those details now, you can look at the sales page. Everyone has an opportunity to apply to become a coach if this is something you feel you are called to do. So Sunny, before we move on to kind of what they'll receive, is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say that in this program, you are first going to create transformation for yourself, right? And once you, let's say, spend 3 months, 4 months working on transforming your consciousness, then the confidence that you get and the experience that you have, you get to share that with other people, right? So this program is for those who want to transform themselves and learn how they can give that same transformation to others, right? So that's really kind of the motivation behind the program.
Absolutely, and that's it. That's you becoming the leader and then being able to help transform others. And some people are asking, well, what if I'm, have no experience with coaching? We're going to bring you through that, right? So that's the point of this program. You will receive the training that you need to feel comfortable at the end of these 5 months, being able to coach others. And that process, like Sunny was saying, is going to be that you'll learn the teachings, you'll practice them on your own and with the group, and then you'll learn how to apply them in a coaching environment. So if you're new to coaching, don't worry, we are going to bring you through all of that. And if you're not new to coaching and you already have a certification of some sort or experience, this is a perfect addition to the coaching that you already know. There's so many different methodologies out there for how to help people. And Dr. Pillai's flavor is unique. And that's what we're really excited about passing on to you today. And this is the first time, as we said, that we're put together this course. It'll be our first time offering it, and you will all be the first folks to be pioneers in creating this program, right? Because you're going to go along with us with it. You'll give us feedback along the way, and at the end of those 5 months, if you want to even not get certified, you have the opportunity to do that and just learn everything that there is to learn inside of this course, which can help you with your family, your friends, and yourself, applying it in your own life. Or if you'd like to get certified, then you just do a few testing type of scenarios, and then you'll have the certification, which you can put on your LinkedIn page, and you can put in, your resume and things of that nature. So for those of you interested, please start posting questions. We will get to some more of those as we move through. For now, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the program itself and some of the components. So I'm going to share my screen and we can take a look at that. So yeah, please go ahead and start posting your questions, and then we'll get to those. So what you'll receive first is the 200% Life Coach Certification Program. This is where you will have access to, we actually have 4 different coaches. We'll meet more of our coaches on next week's webinar. Today you're meeting Sunny, and there will be a weekly session that is 1 to 1.5 hours in length. That's your live classroom time. We will be giving you training during this time. You'll have an opportunity to ask your questions, connect with your fellow students, and really absorb what there is to know and understand about the uniqueness of this program. Next, there will be bi-monthly, which is every other month, peer coaching forums. These will be led by Stacy Lawson, and we'll meet her next week as well. And these are, and we'll hear more about the specificness of this, because this is she is highly skilled at these forums and bringing people together to help them share experiences, learn, support one another, and do exercises that really pull out what you need, pull out some aspects of yourself that you can look at and release. This next section, your Pillai Center profile, is important because once you have your certification complete, we will have a page on the Pillai Center website that offers your profile so that you can point people there. We'll be doing SEO on that page to help bring more people to that. We won't be actively promoting you, but you will have a home on the Pillai Center website where you can host your profile and point people there. This way you don't have to create your own site if you don't want to. And you gain access to our audience that way. Pillai Center Resource Center. So this is a platform where this is amazing. This is a platform where we will be giving you access to everything you learn in the course. So every mantra, every teaching, every meditation, every ritual that we teach you, you will have as a resource that you can use and give to your client. So you need a meditation, you need from Dr. Pillai, we have that audio. You'll then be able to pass it on to your clients. So this is a wealth of knowledge that you're going to learn that will then be placed in a special platform that you'll be able to share with your clients. Private coaching community membership. So here we're going to gather in community. Community is such an important aspect of how we connect, support, and keep accountability with one another. We are going to be in this journey together. And what we want is to make sure that you successfully finish this program. It is your success is our success. So this aspect, the community, is creating support. It is creating our ability to communicate with folks across the globe, share different experiences that you have. In the program, you will be asked to coach other people. So you'll come together and share your experiences and help one another learn from each other. Personal mentoring. So this is part of the Premier package. We didn't get to the offerings just yet. There are basically two options. There's going to be the fundamental level, which is everything that I just described, your core components to creating, becoming a coach and receiving your certification. Then there's a Premier level of this program, which includes these two components. And one is personal mentoring with Sunny. So Sunny, tell us a little bit about what the personal mentoring is. It's going to be once per month with you for 5 months. And what will you help them with?
Yeah, so this is an option we have created for people who want to go deeper in their own development as a coach. Okay. So once a month, they will meet with me. We will discuss what they're learning in the program. I will discuss with them. So as part of the program, you coach 2 people within the program, for participants in the program, and you coach 3 people outside the program. That's our general guideline. So you get to receive feedback from me on your coaching that you're doing for these 5 people. So it's really an investment in greater accountability, greater development of yourself as a coach. So that's why we created this personal mentoring.
Great. Okay. Oops, where did I go? And then the second aspect of the Premier program is group mentoring. And this is, while you will also be in the community, as the group community that I just mentioned, the group mentoring brings it to the next level. It helps, we're going to be putting you into groups of 10 to 15 people where you will have an opportunity to deepen your connection with your group there, and also deepen your experiences with the teachings. So our class will be once per week for about an hour and a half. This will be every other week. We'll get together again. We will review teachings that we weren't able to get to in the weekly session, because there is a lot of different content in the course, and these sessions will help keep you accountable and review some additional material that was more of an at-home practice that you'll now get to do together with your group and with a coach. I like to think of these two, the personal mentoring and the group mentoring, as like insurance, right? You're making a purchase, you're making a commitment to yourself. And these are basically helping you to get to the finish line. Like if you need additional support and you know that you want to be able to complete this, and these two components are ways to really help support and guide you in additional ways. So we do have an early bird that is now until April 10th, and you can save up to $500 on that. The application process is that, I'll just scroll through here. So we understand that many of you are busy and may not be able to attend the live sessions, and that's okay. Everything is recorded and you can go through this on your own and connect with your friends in the community area where your coach will also be monitoring. So you will have access to your coach through that community area as well. That curriculum that I just scrolled through, we will go into more detail next week for those of you who really want to go into those different sections. But there are 10 modules. So let me cover it real quick here. There are 10 modules. So there's a lot of content. As some of you may know, Dr. Pillai has an immense amount of meditations, techniques, and teachings that he's brought to us over the past 40 plus years. And we've broken them down in a way that allows you to learn coaching, the introduction to the coaching aspect, as well as Dr. Pillai's core teachings, the fundamentals, karma removal, of manifesting, of creating prosperity, of allowing yourself to kind of go deeper into quantum levels in the now, where we talked about how to create and attract relationships, thriving in chaos when things go wrong. How do you stay still and be a light for yourself and others? And then how to launch your business, like how to put yourself out there as a coach, how to deal with the confrontation of maybe you're not confident about that just yet. We're going to address all of these aspects and really overcome any hurdle that you may have of feeling like you can't do it. So here's the two options that I mentioned earlier, and here's the pricing. So normally the value of this course would be $5,000, and we are offering it at around $2,500 for the first intake of folks who are coming on this journey. And we're offering an early bird that will expire on April 10th. So you see there's two levels, there's two different pricings. And like I said, the premier is kind of like what I like to think of as the insurance. The insurance that I'm going to finish this, because now I'm going to have more people on my side to help me get to the end line when we're finishing. The program starts on May 1st. So there is a few weeks before we actually begin. And if you feel like you need to speak to someone, you can click this link here and schedule a brief conversation with one of the trainers to help you understand better what this program is and if it's really for you. So to apply, we're creating an application process for two reasons. One, we want to make sure this is the right fit for you. And two, there's only so many people we can actually take into the course in order to have it be successful for everyone. So that's why there's an application process. The first step is you click the apply now, you submit a $200 fully refundable deposit for the application. Step two is you complete the application and send it back to us as soon as you can. Step three, we will get back to you within a few business days. And if you're approved, we will send you the link to complete your registration for the difference of the payment, right? So right now, the payment for the fundamental level is $2,197, but minus your $200 that you paid, the difference would be $2,097. And then the difference for your payment plan would be $363 per month. And that's scheduled over 6 months. So you'll receive a way to make that payment in step three. And then in step four, if you were denied for some reason, you will receive your $200 deposit back in full. So there's no risk at this point if you would like to apply. Here's your trainers. Like I said, we'll be hearing more from two of the trainers, Stacy Lawson and Beth Damaris, next week, and we'll able to kind of go deeper into any additional questions you may have. So now, please post your questions, and we will get to those. Let me just check to see if I have any. So Sunny, one of your coaching clients is saying she wants to join. I've heard only wonderful things from all the people that have coached, that have been coached by Sunny. They love him. So I have no doubt that anyone who joins this training is also going to love his straightforwardness, his mastery of Dr. Pillai's concepts, and really helping us learn and progress in that way. So any questions? Let me just check our live video. All right, timing. So people are wondering, how much time will I be able to commit? We are estimating that this will take you about 3 hours per week. So 1.5 hours approximately on the weekly session with your group, and about 1.5 hours of self-study at home. So if you can commit to that for 20 weeks, then you should have no problem getting through this program. And for those of you who just want to learn it and not do the certification, because maybe you're a little afraid of the testing out aspect of it, absolutely no problem. You can 100% take the program and not test out and get the certification. Or you can change your mind later and say, yeah, I'm going to do it, right? Like maybe right now you're a little unsure, you can go ahead and join, and then later you might feel confident, because after, we're going to be in it for 4 months before you really need to start thinking about testing out. Then you may have gained your confidence, and hopefully you have. Question is, how will this support my income? So really good question. If you already have a full-time job and you're looking to add coaching as a secondary aspect or career or side project in your life, you can do that. So many people I know already are doing that. They may have full-time jobs, they may have other businesses that they run, other healing, perhaps modalities that they work with, and then coaching complements that. So coaching can complement just about any career or business that you're already in, because it's helping develop your own personal ability to deal with situations, as well as then help others. And so from the supporting income aspect, this person is asking, you get to determine your prices, like what you are going to charge in your coaching business. And I've seen people charge anything from $50 an hour to $1,000 an hour, right? Once you get a certain amount of experience. We don't determine that for you. That is something based on your experience and your desire for what you'd like to put out there as your exchange for your services. So yes, this absolutely can complement your income with whatever it is you're currently doing. So you go through this course, you spend the 5 months, you get certified, and then you're able to start bringing in your own clients, and then you charge. And that's between you and your client. Pillai Center is not a go-between. You do not, coach through our website or anything to that effect. We put your coaching profile on our site so that you can point people there. And that also helps when people come to our site from our clients, they may see you and maybe they will contact you. And then it's between you and them on how you proceed with your process. Sunny, did you have anything you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, so coaching is an easy way for those who want to supplement their income, like Gina said. So you can have a few clients and per month, like 3 or 4 clients, even just 5 clients, and that will be a very good income addition to whatever you're doing already.
Yeah, absolutely. And if even at a minimum, if you did $100 an hour, that's pretty much a low priced coaching session at this point, and you did 20 of those over the course of a year, you would basically, be receiving your investment back, if you want to look at it that way, like in terms of how you're investing in yourself in order to be accredited and comfortable with bringing coaching into your life as a career or as a profession. And we will help you a bit around the business of it. There are modules in the program. We're not helping you create, your websites. We're not, doing the marketing for you or anything like that. But we will help in the business aspect of what to do and the mindset around getting it done. Okay, how much is the total cost and can I make installments? Yes. So the total cost of the program is roughly $2,200 right now as the early bird. It is roughly $2,500 for the 5-month program, full price. Now the value of this is at least $5,000 for what we are giving you. It is a strong program with the foundational core teachings of Dr. Pillai, what Dr. Pillai has brought to the world. And we're adding the traditional life coach program to it so that you understand what it means to be able to coach people from that perspective, and then add in the spiritual technology to help enhance their experience even more. So $2,500 is the course program cost right now, and $2,200 at the moment is the early bird. So you will be saving, I'm sorry, I think I messed that up. $2,500 and then $2,300 is the early bird right now, and that goes until April 10th. And then if you want to pay in installments, once you make your $200 deposit, the payments after that are $363 per month. Now, for those of you in other locations, such as India, click through to your, just click through to the store post and you'll see your price in Indian rupees. That might help you see the difference there. So some of our store posts show in different currency. All right, so the question is, we're not going to be trained by Dr. Pillai. Dr. Pillai will not be personally training us. He has trained Sunny, who will be training the rest of us to learn the techniques. Sunny, do you want to address that at all? Because I know you've worked so closely, and Dr. Pillai already said he'll still be working with you through this whole program. So it's not like he's just given it and leaving. He's actually going to continue.
So 100% of the curriculum is what Dr. Pillai has, given us, and what he's going to continue to update and give us. And 100% of the training that you receive will be the way that Dr. Pillai has been training me and other people. So although he will not be in person to deliver it to you, the training will be Dr. Pillai's training.
Great, yes. And here's a really good question. Someone said, I want to become a Pillai Center teacher. Is that included in this program? And the answer to that is no. In this training, you'll become a Pillai Center coach. And what that affords you is the ability to then go bring a specific set of teachings, the core teachings that we will be giving to you, you can use in a coaching business. We will help you set that. We will help you understand how to move forward in creating your coaching business and give you all of those resources that you need, the meditations, the techniques, the teachings, etc. So you have them as your resources to then use with others. And like I said, it can complement whether you're a Reiki healer or a business owner. This can help bring your, it can help complement anything that you're currently doing. Now, to become a teacher, we are going to have the coaching program be a prerequisite for the teacher training that we will be releasing next year. So next year, we will be putting together the Pillai Center teacher training, but the coach's training is a prerequisite for that in order for you to then become a Pillai Center teacher. So more to come on that, but if you are interested in spreading the word of Dr. Pillai's teachings in any way, this is the path, the first step to take. We're also getting questions about, kind of different aspects of the course in terms of the nature of the topics. Again, after this main foundational course, we will be teaching additional modules and certifications to go deeper into certain topics, such as karma removal. There's more karma removal techniques that Dr. Pillai has given than in this course, because there's just his teaching are so rich. So we'll have an opportunity to go deeper into different topics of Dr. Pillai's and let you learn them even more. So this is the foundational course. Think of it as covering all the bases, from obstacle removing, karma removal, manifestation, wealth creation, creating relationships, being in the now. All of those foundational teachings will be covered. We are going to help you understand them in a way that you can then help others understand them and put them into practice into your life. Okay. And that's what we all need in order to springboard off to another part. And so one of those other aspects will be teacher training. Another aspect will be going deeper into the concepts of manifesting, deeper into the concepts of karma removal, of the light body teachings, etc. So those will come next, but this is the first course in the primary teachings that are needed in order to go into any other direction from here in the training programs or certification programs that will be coming forth in Pillai Center. So thank you for that question. That was really good. So someone is saying that we get this question a lot, and it's in chat, so we'll address it, is that spiritual teachings should be free because they are a gift from God. And to that I answer, and Dr. Pillai has answered in the past as well, that Dr. Pillai's teachings are not all of them, but there's so many free on YouTube, and you are welcome to learn them and understand them and use them, this wealth of resources there. But what we've done is put together a structure around how you can learn these core teachings and then be trained as a professional to provide those teachings to other people. This is the first time we've ever done that. And for that level of structure and what we're creating here, there is an exchange for that. And I don't know that there's any other, coaching or certification programs out there that are free. Also, the exchange, the monetary exchange, helps us to commit. And Dr. Pillai says this all the time. When we pay a little bit, we might think, it's not such a big deal. We don't pay attention to it. But when you pay something that is significant to you, that there's a commitment, that's a commitment on your part, then we put more of ourselves into it. And what we want you to be is successful. We don't want you to pay a couple dollars for this and then don't complete the course. We want people who are committed to this. And yes, it may take some more commitment on your side from that perspective of the finances. And that will help. I know in my case, it helps me be more motivated to complete. Sunny, do you want to talk on that point at all?
I mean, we have tried our best to keep it very affordable, and because a lot of resources, time of a lot of these coaches are going to be involved in coaching you, training you. So a lot of technology that we have to build. So there are expenses that need to be covered. And as far as spiritual teachings goes, historically, there has always been exchange involved. The universe works on a law of exchange. So what you give out is what you get back. So there is no conflict there. It is part of, that's how the whole world works. And spirituality is understanding how the world works and how to align ourselves better with the universal laws. So that's my take on that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so other questions we have here. Looking through what you've got. So we have Lise who said she signed up, she submitted her application. We have another one of your coaching clients who are just professing their appreciation towards you. All right, other questions? So Caroline and Chad is mentioning the price seems very good if you look into other coaching certifications programs, and this will be the highest level. Absolutely. If you look at other coaching certification programs, and I've looked at them, they are $5,000 and above, or at least, $3,000, $4,000 and above. And they go up to like $10,000, $20,000 for a coaching certification because of the value that they are providing. We're offering this at this level of price point because you're also the first ones into this program. You are the pioneers that will be the first to be distributing Dr. Pillai's teachings in this very unique way. And we want to reward you for that, for taking this opportunity. We are only going to be offering this right now. The next intake might possibly be towards the end of this year. So this, if you're interested in creating a new type of career for yourself or side opportunity, business opportunity, and you want to have this, completed, this course will be over on September 30th. So just 5 months, those typically go fast. And like I said, about 3 hours per week of your commitment to this level, because we did get someone in the chat saying that it seemed like a long time. I know there are some coaching programs that are a year long, even 2 years, if you, depending on how fast or slow you go through the pace. And we had a lot of information that we wanted to pass on to you. And we felt like this was just the right amount of time to help you build upon this knowledge, get the experience you need, and then bring it out into your life and apply it. Okay, I know this new program is great. Okay, so this person is a yoga teacher and wants to help others. Perfect opportunity. If you are a yoga teacher, if you are a healer, or if you are a massage therapist, if you're an astrologer, all of this will complement that type of business you're already in. Like if you're already in the spiritual or wellness business, this will be a perfect complement to it.
I would like to add here.
Yes, please.
For those of you who want to do business, you want to coach business owners, or you want to coach, I have coached about 13 CEOs and over 300 business owners. And I've given seminars for the management of Sheraton Group of Hotels. I have for some of the top, employees from Deloitte, JP Morgan Chase. So the same teaching. So in this program, we are going to help you not only coach other spiritual people, but you will learn how to take these teachings and how to coach to people who are not necessarily that spiritual, what language you should use, how you should present yourself, how you should present the teachings. And people have had amazing transformation results when I've done corporate programs. So, it's not limited in any way or shape what you're currently doing. So you get skill set to succeed in your life, and you get skill set to help others succeed.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. So other question, yeah, I want to make sure people understand that too, that Sunny is masterful at positioning Dr. Pillai's teachings in a way that someone who's not necessarily on a spiritual path can understand it, but then help themselves in a very profound way. So you will receive that guidance. Folks asking about other types of modalities. Yes, any other type of coaching you're already doing, this is a compliment. There's a question about, will this course be offered at a later time? At the moment, we're considering offering it at the end of the year, but right now this is the only opportunity to register. Or apply, I should say. Question about the pricing. So if the full pricing is out of your range at the moment, please consider the payment plan. We extended the payment plan to 7 months so that you have lower prices. And then if you need additional support, let us know. Excuse me, we can see what we can do. Another person just said, I'm so excited, I just applied. Great. All right. Other questions we have? Thank you, Reflections. She says, to everyone who desires to participate, stop looking for reasons why you cannot and just see yourself doing it. If I weren't already booked with clients, I would have added this to my credentials. I like that. Sunny, you might have something to add to that.
This is going to be a program to transform your life, okay? And so those of you who don't want to coach necessarily, this is it's a program Transform Your Life. And those who want to coach, the certification process is not, it's easy, it's not difficult, okay? It just requires you to submit certain written reports about the coaching you have done, what process you followed, what was the transformation the client got, and then at the end you will record a coaching conversation and send it to us. So it's not, we are here to support you and make the process enjoyable, easy for you. So do not be afraid of the testing or any of that. We are here to support you.
Yes, and you will get all the support that you need in the program in order to take it to the end. Someone asked about where to click. If you want to speak with one of the trainers or speak with Sunny, we're offering a 15-minute consultation to help you understand or see if this is for you. And it's right under the price boxes on the sales page. It says speak with a trainer. So you can go there, click on that link, and I believe you'll be able to schedule a short conversation. Okay, so someone said, I would like to be a coach, but I need to work on myself first for a while. Like Sunny said, then I'll be ready and I need to go deeper to find myself. So I'll answer that, and I'm going to ask you to answer that too, Sunny. That's what this program is going to do, right? So for 5 months, you're not just training to become a coach, you're learning Dr. Pillai's teachings, and we're going to be encouraging you to apply them in your own life. So you'll be simultaneously working on yourself and gaining the knowledge that you need to become a coach. And we all know that we need to work on ourselves, right? That's what Dr. Pillai's teachings are about, continuing to deepen our knowledge of what they are, our experience of ourselves, going into the now, all of that. And none of us are perfect. So you don't need to wait until you're at a certain level in order to start this process. And so I'll turn it over to you, Sunny, to what your response to that is.
Absolutely. I mean, that's how we have designed the program. When I started out, I had the same concern that I still need to work on my own self. How can I help others? But I realized that when you teach others, when you coach others, and we'll provide a very supportive, friendly environment where you will get the opportunity to coach two other people in the program, right? So when you graduate from the program, not only you have worked on your own transformation, your own brain, mind, your finances, your relationships, your life, but you also have experience coaching two people and three, people outside the group, which could be your friends, your family, and we'll help you how to introduce yourself and how to talk about the program, how to get support so that you can coach people. So by the time you finish the program, our goal is to make you confident. And if you're not ready at that time, that's okay. Because the more you share with others, so it's like the way I like to explain it is, when you are training as a doctor, they say something like, you observe one, you do one, you teach one, right? And what that means is you observe. So we will be doing demonstrations on the program. You observe how we coach, right? You do coaching in the program yourself. And then later on, once you want to coach people outside, when you want to coach people in the world, then you can teach them how to apply these teachings in their life. So we have structured it in a way we will take you from building your confidence, self-esteem, and your own belief in yourself as a coach.
Perfect. Thank you. Another question we have is, based on your experience, how easy or difficult is it to find clients who would be interested in coaching with me once I'm certified? I'll let you answer that since I haven't been coaching.
You will be surprised that once people know that you have been certified as a coach, people who want coaching will want to approach you. Okay, so there is a misconception people have that they have to kind of chase after people, and that's not the right way to do it. So the best way would be you put it out in the world, you let people know, your friends, your colleagues, just let generally people know that you're a coach, and you will find people coming and contacting you. And you can also reach out to certain people and say, look, I've just acquired this new skill set. I would love to help you out. Let me know if I can do, if you want to have a coaching conversation. So we will give you some ideas on, easier way to do this in a way that feels natural, and you're coming from a place of helping others. Basically we are doing it with a mindset to help others. So there are a lot of people who need help in this world. So if you think about it from that lens, it's not complex.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I like what you said, that once you're a certified coach, you'll be surprised at how many people will then start approaching you for support because they know you already, they trust you already. And now you have tools to help them even more. Like, you'll be surprised at people in your life that will want to gain that support from you and become your clients. Also, what Dr. Pillai said earlier, that now more than ever in the time of our world, it is changing faster than ever before. We are going through more turbulence. People are needing and wanting that support, that stability, understanding, navigating the difficulties and the challenges of the world at the moment. Have we ever, at least in the last 2 decades, been through what we're going through right now? Through pandemic, through wars, through all of this upheaval that people are in general are finding very hard to deal with. I know in my personal circle and my family, there's just a lot to deal with. And in the world, you see people getting kind of breakdowns and in different situations. We are here to help build that spirit, that support that so many people need right now, that through Dr. Pillai's techniques can bring you into stillness, that can help you achieve the peace and prosperity that will help guide your life in years to come. So Sunny, what do you have to say about that?
So I believe that if you really want to serve the world, there are 2 ways to do it. One is you raise your own consciousness to a very high level, to a peak, and then you help others to the same. And if there are enough of us, let's say there are 500 or 1,000 people in the next 5 years who can do something like that, that will definitely have an impact on the world. So this program is an opening to the kind, some of you really want to help the world. I know some of you individually. And so this program is our commitment to helping you become someone who can help a lot of people and raise your own consciousness.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what, when Dr. Pillai talked about the Maharishi effect and having more people be meditating, having more people be using his techniques, having more people be out there helping more people is what we're all about. This is why this program was created, is so that Pillai Center and Dr. Pillai's teachings can expand to more people across the world. Our goal is to have 1,000 new coaches over the next several years, where those coaches can then bring the teachings to thousands of more people, right? We can't do it alone. We actually need an army of other light, I think you call them torchbearers of these techniques and teachings that will help, really flood the consciousness of our planet with these very unique techniques. And so that's what you all would be, right? Contributing not just to yourself, not just to your clients, but to the world as a whole. And that effect, that what Dr. Pillai is talking about as the Maharishi effect, is more people meditating, more people participating in conscious evolution evolves the planet. And that's what we need right now. And that is what we need right now more than ever. So you will all be part of that. And that's also why we're offering this with the early bird discount, with the low pricing options, with your payment plans, because we want you to be able to participate in that. So if do write into us if finances are an issue. Let us know. We'll see what we can do. Sometimes we get some partial scholarship funds that we could apply to some of you. I don't have any guarantee. It really is up to the folks who write in and offer that. But just let us know if that's something that you are having trouble with. But now is the time to apply, because, like I said, the early bird will be ending next Sunday. We do have a follow-up webinar next Sunday where we will be hearing from Stacy Lawson and Beth Damaris, as well as Sunny again, to hear more about the curriculum, the details of how it'll all play out over the 5 months. We'll also have a couple of special guests telling us of their experiences with coaching with Sunny and why they're excited about coaching. So any other questions before we wrap up? What day of the week are the trainings? So right now the live trainings are scheduled for 10:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time on Thursday. We know that there's no perfect time for everybody. And what we did our best is to select a time that we hope could work for US and Europe and Asia. So don't worry though, those sessions are all going to be recorded, and then you can watch them at your convenience to you. And then you can connect with the coaches in the membership forum if you have questions. So don't feel like if you can't be there live, you're missing out. You're not. You watch the replay, you post questions, and our coaches will get back to you inside of the membership forum, where you'll have access to them. They'll be checking in once a day, seeing if there's any questions. So you won't fall behind if you can't attend live. You can attend live, that's wonderful. You can ask your questions in real time. All right, another person just said, I just signed up, hope I get accepted. Oh, question, will we get a valid certification? Yes, you will. So you will have a certification from Pillai Center, and you'll be able to post that on with your resume, LinkedIn, professional websites, anything that anywhere you need to place that to show your certification. Okay, another question was how many hours per session? So it'll be about 1.5 hours. So 60 to 90 minutes per session will be live. And like I said before, you'll also get at-home practice. So we estimate that your total investment of time will be about 3 hours per week. And if you join the premier session, you will also receive the monthly coaching with Sunny to help really guide you in what you are creating and how to bring yourself into becoming a coach in the most powerful way. And then bi-weekly group sessions, smaller accountability groups, allowing yourself to have more of an insurance of making sure you complete this. For someone like me, I need help, right? Like I can embark on something, but then oftentimes maybe I'll get distracted or I won't feel confident enough to complete. And that group coaching or mentoring is what really will help propel you forward. Way to stay accountable, keep in touch with your little pod, and have just a closer relationship in that way. And of course, you get more access to your coach because now you're in groups of 10 to 15 people with one of the coaches. And that session, those group mentoring will be with a variety of coaches. So we anticipate we'll have a few different groups going at a time because, like I said, we want to keep them to 10 to 15 people each so you have greater access to your coach. So those will be really helpful to really help keep the momentum alive and get access to your trainers. Other questions? I think. All right, let's see if there's any other new questions. What is the basis of applications getting approved or denied? Really good question. So the application is a way for us to see where you're coming from, what your intentions are. It would probably be pretty hard not to be accepted in the sense that we're looking for people with pure intentions, wanting to do good in the world, wanting to benefit yourself. And if there's any way that we feel this would not be good for you, then we may communicate that to you in the denial of the application. But we just need to be sure that anyone who joins did go through some form of, what's the word, Sunny? Some form of.
Well, yeah, I mean, all we need is you're someone who is interested in doing this and you have the intention to help others, right? So don't worry about the application process. Just write honestly whatever you want to do with this program. And, then we'll evaluate that because our goal is to select people who are passionate about doing this. So that's all we are looking for, is the passion and the intention to help others.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. Okay. Someone said, I am worried. I'm not worried about getting my certification. But okay, I'm not sure of this question. Okay, so it looks like someone wants to perhaps get the education without getting the certification, which what we said before is absolutely fine. This is going to be an incredible course. If you're just looking for personal transformation, this is an amazing place to be. Sunny, do you want to add anything to that? I know you've been more involved with the creation and it is amazing. So I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, a major focus of the program is your transformation, because I have found that only to the extent that you are transformed can you help others transform. So the more I get better at my own practices, at my own evolution, I'm able to help others better. So don't worry about, as I said, it's a certification program, yes, but it's your choice. Mm-hmm. You have to do it only for your own transformation, then that's okay. You don't have to meet the certification criteria. That's totally fine.
Right, exactly. Here's another question about the timings of the session. So I mentioned they will be 10:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Saving Times on the Thursday. Those are good time Shaktis that we selected. Also a good time for both, for at least 3 different time zones, Europe, US, and Asia. We understand it may conflict in the US with some working hours, but hopefully you can carve that time away or make it up in some way. And like I said, if you cannot attend live, everything's recorded and you will be able to consume that and do whatever you need to do for your practices, and then connect with your coaches on the community. Screenings, yes, Jaya, thank you for that. I was trying to find the word of screening, just to screen people to make sure that this is the right program for you. But like Sunny said, don't worry about it. Just fill out the application and we will get back to you. So yeah, questions about the application process. You click on the link that says apply here, and it brings you to a place where you submit the $200 deposit, which is fully refundable if for some reason you change your mind, or if you are not, if you're denied access, you'll get that $200 back. So there is no risk at this point. You fill out the survey, which is your application, and we get back to you within a few days. And that is the process. And then we send you the payment links to confirm your enrollment. And then the program itself starts on May 1st. So there's a few weeks before we begin. But really, whenever I've joined a program, I feel like it happens as soon as you make that commitment, right? Like your life starts unfolding as soon as you make that commitment. And you're gonna learn some pretty incredible teachings, all of Dr. Pillai's core teachings, from removing obstacles, karma removal, string bruzi, adhikata, like these incredible mantras and techniques that is really the foundational, the core of Dr. Pillai's transformational techniques. So meditations, mantras, rituals, all of that is included in what you need or what you'll receive in your classroom. Is there extra cost for the certification? No, there's not. So that's included. So the whole program, the fundamental level of the program, which is the certification is included. So it's really just up to you. We're leaving it open that you could go through the whole course, and it's the value is there, the content is there, and you don't need to do the certification part of it if you don't feel like it. Sunny, do you have anything else that you'd like to add before we wrap up?
What I can say is I'm grateful to Dr. Pillai that we are finally doing this, and to the universe, like he said. And I look forward to meeting a lot of you in the program and going on this journey together, and be the torch bearers for the new world, for the new consciousness that this world desperately needs. I look forward to seeing all of you.
Amen. Thank you so much. One last question, and then we will wrap up. Someone asked if they need Facebook to join the sessions. No, you do not. Those sessions will all be via Zoom. And I think that's all of our questions for now. We get a lot of thank yous for offering this course and making these teachings available to pass on to others. You are welcome. We are grateful. We are honored to be part of this process with Dr. Pillai's blessings. Like I said, it is the first time that Dr. Pillai is opening up and allowing his teachings to be brought to the world in a new way through coaching. And this is a stepping stone to other certifications, whether it be teacher training or deepening your knowledge in other areas of his teachings. This is the foundational place that it all begins. So, and this is the first intake of our coaches. We don't know when the next one will be. So please, if you're interested, apply. And if you have any questions, write to us, office@PillaiCenter.com. And if you'd like to speak with Sunny, there is a little link on the sales page. It says speak to a trainer. Click that and schedule your 15-minute consultation. And that is really to help find out if this is right for you, if you're still having any questions. We do invite you to the follow-up webinar, which is next Sunday at the same time. Please give us your email if you aren't already on our email list so that we can send you update and reminders about that. And like Sunny said, we are just so grateful to be part of this. We are so grateful to Dr. Pillai, and we're grateful to all of you who will be being change makers and joining this program. So thank you, and we'll see you soon. Namaste.